Hello friends. First of all, let me congratulate the organizers for organizing this World Happiness Week. It is a great idea. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the organizers for giving me this chance to come and share one of my work with you today. I am RAJESHKPILLANIA. I am a professor of strategy at MDI Gurgaon. Gurgaon is a town around 20 kilometers away from Delhi, the national capital of India. I work in the area of happiness, innovation, and strategy. I teach a course, Happiness Strategy, to MBA students. I conduct training on happiness for corporates. I have published many research articles and articles for media on happiness. Published 2 books on happiness. The first one is Happiness Strategy and Happiness for Everyone. The second one is Happiness Diary, My Experiments with Happiness. I've also written 2 reports. One is India Happiness Report 2020 and second one is India Cities Happiness Report 2020. Today I am going to share the major findings from India Happiness Report 2020. I came up with this report last year in September. In this presentation, I am going to cover 7 parts or 7 major ideas, starting from happiness and India and closing at the way forward. Let me start with the first one, happiness and India. There is a lot of literature available in India on happiness. Happiness and India has a very long association. Let me share 3 interesting quotations from the literature available in India on happiness. The first one is this: the real happiness of life is in doing karma. According to Rig Veda, the first Veda out of 4 Vedas, written during the Vedic age. May all be happy. May all be free from disease. May all perceive good and may not suffer from sorrow. It comes from Puranic wisdom of India. And the last one is this: happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony, according to Mahatma Gandhi, one of the big leaders of last century. So why do we need this India Happiness Report? There is already a World Happiness Report, and that World Happiness Report also covers India. Last year, in World Happiness Rankings, India stood at 144th position. So why do we need another report on India? The reason is, India is a very diverse country. In diversity, it is not a country, it is a continent. And there are many famous sayings on diversity of India. There is one saying which says that India is so diverse, whatever you say about India, there are chances the opposite of that is also true. So to cover the diversity of India, we need an India Happiness Report, because it's not possible to cover this diversity in World Happiness Report. So the first India Happiness Report studies happiness across all 28 states and 8 union territories of India. Union territories of India are small parts of India which are directly governed by the central government with the help of a lieutenant governor. Though there are 2 exceptions, Delhi and Pondicherry, which also have elected governments. This report has 2 main objectives. The first one is to create more interest, more awareness, and more discussions on happiness in India. The second objective is that these reports can give inputs into policy making and strategies for organizations and governments for creating a happier India, aspiring for the better well-being of its citizens. Methodology. In this methodology for the report, we have considered 6 components, namely work and related issues such as earning and growth, relationships including family and friends, health including physical and mental, philanthropy including social concerns, religious or spiritual orientation, and the impact of COVID-19 on happiness. The first 5 factors were identified by me through a previous research in which I went around India and asked people what makes them happy. And based on that research, I identified 5 factors which matter for happiness in India, and these factors are listed here. Also, in India, as in many other countries, many people confuse religion with spirituality. So I've considered these 2 as one. And because last year COVID was there, so also included COVID as the 6th factor in this study. To carry out this study, a questionnaire was developed and questions were used in the format of cantril ladder. This questionnaire was first pre-tested, and based on the suggestions, some changes were made. And finally, a survey was conducted all over India between March and July, covering a total of around 17,000 respondents, taking more than 400 from each state. The key results of the survey are all these components of happiness are found to be significant in the regression analysis and explain the differences in happiness scores across different states. So the score of these 6 components vary across the states and union territories. In the happiness ranking of states and union territories, Mizoram, a small state in the northeast India, Punjab, a big state in northern India, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a union territory in southern India, are the top 3 states. A very interesting finding is that islands of India, namely Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep, are happier than the mainland of India. Another interesting finding is union territories which are smaller in size and smaller states are happier than the larger states. In terms of different regions of India, the northeast part consisting of 8 states and union territories, and the southern part consisting of 6 states and union territories are the joint happiest regions of India. Northern part consisting of 10 states and western part consisting of 4 states are the joint second happiest part of India. Eastern part consisting of 4 states is the third happiest part of India. Central part consisting of 2 states is the least happiest part of India. We also looked at some correlations in this study, and the results show the correlation between gender and happiness is not significant. So it doesn't matter whether you are male or female for happiness, according to this study in India. Whereas marital status, age group, education and income level are overall positively related to happiness. The results show married people are happier than unmarried people. We also looked at the impact of COVID-19 on happiness. What we found is the spirit of India is quite resilient and the impact of COVID-19 varies across different states and union territories. It varies from the worst possible to the best possible among individuals in the study. Maharashtra, a big state in the western part of India, Delhi, a union territory and the national capital of India, and Haryana, a small state in northern part of India, have shown the worst possible impact of COVID-19 on happiness. Whereas Manipur, a small state in northeast India, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep Islands have shown the best possible impact of COVID-19 on happiness. We also observed that people have become more health conscious due to COVID. And some people in some areas where COVID was not there but were getting government holidays were a bit happier because they were getting a lot of time to spend with family. And some people also used this opportunity, as they told us, to conceive more kids. So maybe the population growth rate in India during COVID times might have increased. I don't have sufficient data, but I am sharing based on the inputs we got from some people in this study. We also asked them about their happiness in future. What we found is people are optimistic about the future and generally scored more on happiness after 5 years compared to the scores today. This is in line with the World Happiness Report. The findings are similar. In the future happiness ranking, after 5 years, Manipur, a small state in northeast India, Andaman and Nicobar Islands in southern India, and Gujarat, a big state in western India, are the top 3. The key takeaways from this report are: there is a pressing need for more discussions, more focus, and more application of happiness in the Indian context. Second, there is a lot of literature and techniques available for happiness in India, but knowing is not enough. We need to start practicing it. Third, government, corporations, or individuals can choose at least one insight from this report and apply. The way forward. This is the first annual India Happiness Report. The plan is to come up with an annual version of this report each year. And with each edition, we will try our best to bring in more ideas, more rigor, and more solutions for the application of those ideas. The focus will be to keep learning, keep minimizing our shortcomings, and keep improving the annual reports. This looks to be an exciting but challenging journey ahead. So I have covered 4 parts from the report. There is another important part in the report wherein I have collected insights from 9 thought leaders on happiness from around the world. But due to shortage of time, I am not covering those insights. The report is available for free on my website, and if you are interested, you can go and read those insights from the report. Also, there is another report which you might find interesting. It is called India Cities Happiness Report. I released this report in December last year. It covers 34 cities in India. And it's an improvement over the India Happiness Report because based on our learning and inputs from experts, we divided the health component into 2 separate components: physical health and mental health. Another improvement we made is that in the questionnaire for India Happiness Report, we have used a scale from 1 to 5. But for the City Happiness Report, we used a scale from 0 to 10. So we have made these 2 improvements in the India Cities Happiness Report, which was released in December 2020. In that report also, there are insights from 7 experts on cities and happiness from across the world. And that report is also available for free on my website, which is pillania.org. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all a happy day, a happy week, and a happy life. Thanks a lot.
Cherish life today, cherish life today, only one way. The fight against coronavirus is putting us to the test. All it takes is a simple choice that makes the difference between life and death. Let's do our best to stay healthy every day, so we can help each other keep sickness away. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Oh, there's one way we know. Do it with our neighbors round the world. It's one way, one way, one world, one world. Social distancing we say to keep the virus at bay. It's one way, one way, one world, one world. Keep your hands clean. It involves you and me. Tell it go away.
We are one way. 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 We are one way.
While we might be apart, we're connected. Even if for now it's good, we stay isolated. The more we join in and share this challenge together, there's no storm that we can't weather. Let's do our best to stay healthy every day, so we can help each other keep sickness away. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Oh, there's one way we know. Do it with our neighbors round the world. It's one way, one way, one world, one world. Social distancing we say to keep the virus at bay. It's one way, one way, one world, one world. Keep your hands clean. It involves you and me. Tell it go away.
We are one way. 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 We are one way.
Oh, cherish our life. There's one way, one world. We are one way, one world. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello friends,